Home Sweet Home has a very significant meaning for a couple from Newfoundland. They lost their home in the Fort McMurray wildfire 2 years ago. But when Bill Pendergast was visiting his ailing father back home, he decided to buy a lottery ticket. Bill and his wife Carrie join us now. Bill, Carrie, how are you doing? Who has the best happy dance?
That would probably be me.
Does it go on for 20 seconds or something like that, or is it a quick jig?
No, it's still going on.
Yeah, it was a long one.
Okay, so tell me the story. You are back home visiting, and your dad is ill. How is your dad doing, by the way?
He was transferred from the Health Science Complex back out to Placentia Hospital, and yeah, he's actually doing a little bit better now.
And I guess he knows the news that you're about to tell us what happened.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me the story. You are visiting him in the hospital, and he really likes 7-Up, so what happened?
Yeah, so, well, I was supposed to fly back to Fort McMurray on the 31st of January, and he ended up in hospital, so I changed my ticket until the 7th. So, of course, every day I would go see him and come home for supper, and after supper I would bring him back a drink. And this on Friday evening, I stopped in and I said, well, I got to get him his 7-Up, and stopped in, got the 7-Up, and I said, well, I might as well get myself a few tickets for Friday night and for Saturday night. And I'm sure glad I stopped and got him his 7-Up.
Carrie, I bet you're pretty glad too.
It doesn't seem real still.
Okay, how did he tell you the news once you found out that you won? What was your reaction?
I had been working night shift, and when I got out on the bus in the morning, he sent me a text that was the picture of the tickets saying that now he could buy mufflers for his car. And he's quite a prankster, so I really thought it was a joke. And he said he would send me a picture of the ticket with the scar on his hand, just so I'm looking at this, and I keep comparing the serial numbers and thinking that he's made it all up, but apparently it's real.
No, it wasn't photoshopped.
Quite a shock.
Bill, what was your dad's reaction when you told him about winning all that money?
He was pretty excited.
Okay, so the backstory is that you are from Fort McMurray, and you guys went through an absolute challenge with that fire. Tell me a little bit about what happened during that blaze.
Yeah, working night shift and had a rude awakening at 2 o'clock. That, you know, get up, you know, we got to go. And I had like less than a half hour to try and get the cat, the dog, and the bird, try to save the animals. And then it was, I just ran around the house trying to grab as much as I could, but all I got time to do was grab 3 totes of pictures and just a handful of clothes and get out and jump in the car and try and get out of town as fast as I could.
He had one other box that said pictures, but it was music cassettes.
Yeah.
And that was all we got. Nothing else.
Tell me a little bit about that fire. I mean, the pictures we saw back then, I mean, people were literally driving for their lives to escape this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. There was people driving across grassy meadows. Seen one truck actually crash through a gate to open it up so other people could escape. What was normally just 1 or 2 lanes turned into 2, 3 lanes of traffic. Yeah, it was. Although it looked calm on some of the pictures you've seen on TV, it was pretty hectic and pretty scary, especially when you could actually see open flames. And as you were stuck in traffic, those flames were just getting closer and closer.
Carrie, tell me a little bit about once the fire was out. You eventually get back to your neighborhood. What did your house look like?
It was difficult to find it at first because the whole entire place looked like a war zone. Nothing was recognizable. There were just holes in the ground. And then they sprayed everything with tackifier, so it really looked like a war zone because it looked like just snow or ice all over everything. The tackifier is a mixture of gypsum and cement and to keep the dust down. And it was very difficult until the flowers started to pop up through it, which was a sign of hope. That was a really nice thing to see, the flowers growing. The house was gone, everything was gone, but the flowers were still growing.
You got that $1 million now, and I guess this changes everything. How does this affect what happens back home in Fort Mac?
We're in the process of rebuilding. Hopefully our house will be done, I'm hoping within 2 months, may take as long as 4. And yeah, this changes everything. It was what was a struggle before, what seemed was a struggle now, it's a heavy weight gone off your shoulders for sure.
You can get a bunch of mufflers for your vehicle, or you can get an extra floor too for your house if you want.
Yeah, I think more money will probably go into the house than into the car.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your big win, and good luck with the rebuild. Bill and Carrie Pendergast, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.